Last week we talked about Disneyland Park, and this week we're going to move on over across the plaza and talk about Disney's California Adventure. This is episode 41. I am Soraya.
I'm Aurora.
And together we're just your average Disney travelers. So we had a lot of fun last week talking about Disneyland Park, our favorite park. And so we are now going to talk about the other Disneyland Resort Park.
Yep.
Which is Disney's California Adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise known as DCA. You will frequently hear people refer, sometimes we do too, DCA, as what a lot of people call Disney's California Adventure. It's actually Disney's California Adventure Park, but you get all variations of that. California Adventure, Disney's California Adventure. Anyways, what do you usually like to call it?
Either California's Adventure or DCA.
So do you put the S on that? California's Adventure? I've never heard that before.
You had to say California Adventure.
I think you usually say California Adventure. And then otherwise DCA.
I didn't even realize I added an S.
That's all right. So before we get to that though, we wanted to update you, and we put this on our Facebook and I think on our Instagram. I can't remember. I believe it's on Instagram and Facebook. You may have heard already that Disneyland and Disney World have brought masks back. It's one of those things that no one really wants to have us to have to do it, but with everything kind of the way it's been going lately, it's probably better safe than sorry. And if you look at what's happening, especially in Florida, they have been getting hit hard. And so masks are back, but it's only in indoor spaces. It's in indoor spaces as well as like when you're in the queues and on rides, but not outdoors. So we can still do our eating a churro while we're walking to the next attraction because you don't need to wear masks then. And also, I haven't seen anything about distancing being brought back because everything has kind of gone back to normal as far as ride capacities and the queue lines. You know, people are getting close again. And so I haven't heard anything yet about them spacing out. I should also say this is August 1st. This is going to air on August 8th. And so as of today, at least, I haven't seen any of that. But masks are back. If you're going to the parks, make sure you bring your masks. You're going to need them, at least for now, when you're inside. Also inside transportation to get to and from the parks, if you're at Disney World especially, where you've got buses and monorail and Skyliner. At Disneyland, you really only have that if you're at one of the parking lots that's getting bussed over. But anyways, be aware of that. But good news, at Disneyland, character meals are coming back, and that's exciting. So at Grand Californian, at the Storytellers Cafe, they've already started back with their character meals there with Mickey Mouse. And on August 12th, which when this airs is in just a few days, Minnie's breakfast in Disneyland Park at Plaza Inn is back. So that is really good news for those that have been missing that. Those are really fun meal experiences to have, especially with kids. And so it's fun to see that again. I'm not sure if those are going to be back to at California Grill. I haven't really looked. California Grill, that's a Disney World, not California Grill. at Grand Californian,
wow, that's completely different.
It is, I know. Well, Grand Californian. Anyways, at the Grand Californian Storytellers Cafe, it was a buffet. I believe they're doing it what they call family style, where it's still all you care to eat, but they bring it to your table. Kind of when we had breakfast at the Garden Grill in Epcot, they did like that when we were with Debbie and Lucas. And anyways, they will bring you it's still an all you can eat basically, but instead of going up to a buffet line, they bring what you want to your table, and they'll keep bringing it as much as you want it, as long as you're eating it. And so that, I believe, is how they're doing those right now, because buffets are still a little sketchy for safety reasons. Okie dokie, let's get on to DCA, California Adventure. And I hope that didn't make noise. My computer's making noise. Okay.
It probably did.
So Disneyland originally opened just as Disneyland Park, but as time went on and Disney World was built and has all these parks, Disneyland grew and their parking lot got turned into a park. And what's great about this is Disneyland Resort, it's all so close. Instead of where Disney World has everything spread out, which is also has its pros and cons, but pros too. Instead of having all this spread out where you'd have to then get transported to those other parks, this is literally right where the parking lot used to be. It's just steps from the gates to Disneyland, or the gates to Disney's California Adventure. And so now they have the second park, and they built, it opened in February, on February 8th, 2001. So that is 20 years ago. This is its 20th anniversary this year. And and then a few years later, about a decade later, they added more. Originally, it was kind of a small park. It was considered a half-day park. It didn't have as much to do, and so it just didn't really take.
Yeah.
And it was good. I think people liked it, but it wasn't
next to Disneyland.
Yeah, you would definitely spend a full day in Disneyland, if not more, whereas California Adventure, it really wasn't at that time. We never went during then. Nope. We have not been to Disneyland. We were never at Disneyland during the time that California Adventure opened, before it expanded. We went the year after it expanded as a family. And Ryan and I had gone before it, with DCA was added years ago. But so we never went to it when it was just the half-day park. I don't know if Disney liked that people called it a half-day park, but that's what it was. Okay, so then in June 2012, it reopened with the expansion. Not necessarily reopened. The expansion part opened. This was Cars Land, and then they updated things like what used to be, I can't remember what it was called, but the street that is Buena Vista Street now was something else then. I think it was something like I can't remember. I don't know if you've ever heard. Anyways, I don't remember, but they updated a lot of areas, expanded a lot, but that was when Cars Land came, and that changed everything. That park became much more considered a full day park, had a lot more activities and attractions and shows and things like that that kept people there longer. Since then, lots of updates have happened. We just recently saw Avengers Campus open, which is super exciting. That did replace something, so it's not adding more to the area or anything, but it still is an exciting update. We saw back when Paradise Pier converted over to Pixar Pier. And so lots of updates to keep it exciting and new and fun and fresh. Just a little bit of information. The theme of this park is California, surprise, Disney California Adventure and show business. So you see when you're walking down Buena Vista Street, like when you see the characters, if you see Mickey Mouse, it's like everybody's in their showbiz type of, he's in a director's type of outfit, and it's just, that's the theme of the whole park really, and it's really fun. I like it. This park it's built on 72 acres. That's how big it is, and has 37 attractions. If you remember last week, we talked about Disneyland has over 50. And so it still is smaller in size and what they have, but it is quite a bit, enough to definitely do a full day there.
Oh yeah.
The initial cost to build the park at the first point was 600 million.
Wow. That's a lot.
Yeah, 600 million for the first, when they built it in 2001. The expansion that they opened in 2012 was an additional 1.1 billion. So that was a nice big update for them. We were looking up how much Avengers Campus costs. We couldn't find it. And I don't know if they didn't disclose that because it was not really an expansion. It was just a redo, like it was a makeover, or if it was because things kind of got weird and drawn out with COVID. I have no idea why we can't find that information, but we couldn't. So. Yeah. All right. So this park has 8 areas. I don't know. Some of them are called lands, but I don't think they're all called lands. So what are the 8 areas that we have in DCA, sweetheart?
Buena Vista Street, Hollywood. Wow. Hollywood Land. Too many L's. Avengers Campus, Cars Land, Pacific Wharf, Pixar Pier, Paradise Gardens Park, and Grizzly Peak.
And Grizzly Peak is really what the iconic.
Yeah,
If you're watching on YouTube, I'm wearing a shirt my sister made for us for one of our trips, and this is the iconic. That's what you would see to kind of say this is Disney's California Adventure Park. But yeah, I was kind of I always have a hard time. I always forget that Pacific Wharf is considered kind of its own specific area, like a land type of area.
I never even heard of. Oh, I probably have. I forgot about Paradise Gardens Park. I don't even know what that is.
Paradise Gardens Park, again, it's like one of those where it's mostly like there's the food stuff, but that's where when we've gone and they've had cocoa, like a display for all of that. That's in the Paradise Gardens
area.
Mm-hmm.
That okay.
Paradise Gardens area. It's on the side of the kind of where like the silly swings.
Yeah.
So anyways, but I always forget about them as lands because there aren't as many attractions. Paradise Gardens, I think that that Goofy ride, I think I can't remember which ones are considered still the pier and which ones are considered. I guess I should go into, if you really want to know, you go to the app, you could Google it, or you can go to the Disneyland app and it'll tell you, like, you can filter out the attractions down by, you can see what areas they're in and everything. But anyways, yeah. So I always forget about those as areas because that's not really where we go for attractions. We do go there sometimes for food and other things, but yeah. So anyways, yeah. Okay. So for Disney's California Adventure, we're going to talk about the same questions we did last week about Disneyland.
This is going to be interesting.
Because you don't know your answers?
I don't remember I don't remember enough to answer some.
Okay. Well, and I actually haven't really thought through some of all these either.
Oh, I did.
So I guess it will be interesting. I at least thought
I didn't think about the ones before.
Okay,
for Disneyland.
Let's start with the same that we started with before, which was the quick service. Do you have a favorite quick service here?
The only one I remember is Smoke Jumpers because we
ate there most recently.
Yeah, I remember the brisket and it was
mac
yummy.
And cheese, and I had the half Monte Cristo.
That was also yummy.
And we had the s'mores milkshake.
Yes,
that was so much food though. We really couldn't finish it all, and that's exactly why we usually share one meal instead of two.
They're both really good.
They were. Yeah, really good.
I don't know what we're gonna do next time. We're gonna.
Oh, we should start. We do have to start thinking about some of our plans for eating next time, but not yet.
Oh yeah, because we're gonna have to kind of plan that a bit more.
Yeah. So my favorite, I was gonna say that, and one of the things I really love about Smoke Jumpers is that not right now, and I hope it comes back, but when things aren't COVID restricted, they have a condiment section. When you order your burger, you go and it has everything there. You can add on your lettuce and tomato and onions and all of that. And so that is really cool. And I'm trying to remember if they have this at Hungry Bear as well, but I know they have it at some places like in Disney World, but right now they can't do it because of, safety reasons. But man, I do love that about there. So if you like burgers, cheeseburgers, whatever, man, it's great. You can just load on your toppings yourself and it's cool. I would pick though, and this is kind of cheating, but I pick all of Pacific Wharf. And the reason why is because you go into the Pacific Wharf is quite a large area, because technically when you see the boundaries, it'll kind of bring it down into closer to almost to Buena Vista Street. But the actual part I think of is just the dining area where they have all the tables in the center and they have the little quick service restaurants around. They've got a bakery that has great sour bread bowls, so you can have your soups in a bread bowl. They've got the Mexican place, so I don't remember all the names, and the Chinese place. And so what's great is you take your family there and you get your table, and then whatever people want they can get, and it's all right there. So it's like a food court. It's totally a food court with just these different types of food genres and everything. And so everyone gets what they want. It's so easy. And so I like that. That's my favorite for quick service.
If we went there last time, I would probably choose that one.
If we had gone there most recently.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the one you chose is also really good. So that's cool. All right. What about table service? So our favorite.
I don't remember any of them.
You don't remember any?
No, I don't remember.
You don't remember the
single-
fancy meal at Carthay Circle with Sammy? You were really little.
Bro, I was 7. That was 8 years ago. How am I supposed to remember that?
Well, and you probably remember it's now Lamplight Lounge, but it used to be Ariel's Grotto.
Oh.
You probably remember that.
I remember Ariel's Grotto.
Yeah.
Grotto.
But we have as a family eaten there since I've eaten there since it's changed over, but I don't think I was with the rest of you. And so you haven't.
I don't remember just any sit down restaurants besides that one, but that doesn't count because it's not there anymore.
It's not there anymore. Not as that. You're right. So that doesn't count. My favorite is probably, I'm going to say Wine Country Trattoria. I really like this restaurant. It's pretty easy to get a reservation. In fact, a lot of times I can walk up to it and just get a table. I also like that it offers a dining package for when they have the World of Color dining packages. So it's one of the more affordable ones compared to like Carthay Circle to have a dining package for the viewing. I like the location. I like that it's outside, but it's where you can, it's just I don't know. I just like the atmosphere of it, and I like Italian. So that's good too. But anyway, so that's my pick for DCA's table service. All right, now what about attractions? Do you have your top 3 attractions of DCA? Brace yourself. Well, you gotta crack your knuckles for this one.
Credit coaster.
Yeah.
Spring racers.
Radiator Springs Racers. Yeah, Radiator Spring Racers.
Do you need to say that again?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Okay, so there's that. I don't know about third.
Are you kidding?
What's left in
DCA that you just went on for the first time?
Oh, well.
Would you say Love Singers is one of your favorites?
I love Love Singers, but
it's not okay.
I mean, it is.
I thought that would have been one of your favorites.
I think it is, but I also am more for the thrill.
Okay.
And so it's fun, and I love everything about it. It's just
it'd be interesting
the thrill.
If we were to do this episode at the end of the year, it'd be interesting to see what your answer is, because you plan to go back on Guardians of the Galaxy and on Mission Breakout. And right now, it's not. You can't say that's one of your favorites because you haven't written it yet. But we anticipate that it might become, because you have been getting more into those thrill rides.
And so far, it seems like every ride I used to absolutely hate is now become my favorite.
Yeah.
And so,
well, let's see. So the other rides, there's Soarin', or attractions. It doesn't even have to be a ride. We said attractions, so it could be like Animation Academy.
Oh,
that's one of mine. So I don't know. What do you think?
Probably Love Singers and Animation Academy.
Oh wait, so just like at Disneyland, your top 3 have 4 rides?
Well, actually, I think
you did this for Disneyland too.
Disneyland had 7.
No, your top. You said your top 3 rides were, but you had 4 of them.
Yeah, I listed 7. But
okay, so
I might have narrowed it down
these
to
4 rides are your top 3 in DCA as well. I see a pattern here.
I can't choose sometimes.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay,
if I'm going to go there, I'm gonna ride all of them. So why choose?
That's true. But if you have only so much time, like which one do you want to ride twice, or which one do
probably
you?
Credit Coaster.
And Credit Coaster is
I rode that
probably your favorite.
5 times in a row.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, that is a fun one. I really like that one. I wish it didn't make me feel ill, but I really like it.
A lot of rides that make you feel sick.
Truth. That is the truth. Okay, so for me, my top attractions.
Can't be pirates.
No, you're right. It cannot be pirates. There are no pirate rides in DCA. I didn't put these in order this time, and I don't know if I can quite. But I'm gonna say, and now I'm trying to remember what my third one was. I know my top 2. What's my third one?
Let me guess. Okay, well, we know Animation Academy.
Yeah, Animation Academy is one of them.
Radiator Springs, probably.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That is my third one. Okay.
Oh, well, I guess the one I wasn't thinking of.
Okay, so I love Radiator Springs Racers,
what's the other one?
which I still have to be careful not to have over and over again. I can't do them too close together because that also can get me. Sometimes getting old is hard because I didn't used to get so nauseous over things. And now my tummy is a little sensitive, so I just have to be careful. But I love the ride. It's such a fun ride, and I just my favorite part is when you come around and the music swells and you see the waterfall, and
So literally,
very favorite.
The very chillest like part of.
That's true. It gets a bit more fast and fun after that. But I do like the fast part too. You want to guess my last one?
Is it Grizzly River?
Nope.
Is it a ride?
It is a ride, and it's not one that people would normally think of. And I've said this before. I've admitted that on this podcast, I believe, as being one of my favorites.
And is it Palaron?
Nope. Although that is high on my list. It is not Palaron, but except Pixar, now it's not called Palaron.
Is it not that the Toy Story Mania?
No, I do like that ride. Do you give up?
No.
You're stubborn.
Is it the Silly Symphony?
No.
I'm running out of rides.
That goes in circles.
Wait, not Silly Symphony. I was thinking it's the Golden Zephyr.
Well, that also goes in circles.
Well, yeah, but that one's more chill.
No, it's not.
I'm trying to think of other rides.
It's nice and cool. I said that this is one of my favorite places to keep cool.
Well, I did my Ariel.
It is Little Mermaid.
I kind of forgot that was a ride.
I love it.
I don't know why I instantly started thinking of Small World. I was like, that's not the right
I do like that at Disneyland. But at Disney California Adventure, yes, I love the Little Mermaid. Cold. It's nice and cool. I love that there is very rarely a line. There is sometimes a line. So if you go and there is like a 20-minute line, don't say, but the just your average Disney traveler said there will never be a line. I didn't say never. I said rarely. There is rarely a line at this attraction.
Someone's just going to go on and like every time there's just going to be a line, but like.
Okay. Rarely when we go is there ever a line. So y'all should go. No, don't go when we go. Then it's going to get crowded. Anyways, when we go, I hardly ever find a line. There has been once maybe or twice that there has been a line. And when I talk about a line, I'm talking about where it comes out of the building. Because sometimes there's that short little 5-minute line. No, what's great is it almost always says 5.
I don't typically consider it a line until it gets like 10 minutes.
Yeah. What I love about this is always, because they're default is 5 minutes, even if there's no line. When we went this last time, one of the times we literally just walked in the door and onto the ride, or maybe that was when I went without you at one point.
It happened.
Both of us. Okay, we walked in. I mean, we just got
There's
in. And
no one in there.
Were you with me when I stayed on and went twice? No, that was when you were doing something else. Yeah. I stayed. There's been a time like in our last trip, I stayed on and I'm like, can I stay on? Because there was no one in line, and there were like 2 or 3 empty clamshells in between people, and I'm like, can I stay on? And they let me, and I just went around again because I love it. It's relaxing. I like the music.
It's cold
and it's cool. So if you're warm, that's a great place to go. But anyways, okay, so those are my top 3. Animation Academy, which we've talked about a lot, is not a ride, but it is an attraction where you go and they teach you how to draw one of the characters. And you do not have to be an artist. I do not consider myself an artist. I don't think I am that talented in that area. I really don't doodle much and I don't draw much. And yet I am always amazed that I recognize what I draw. It's like, oh, that does look like Winnie the Pooh, or that does look like Minnie Mouse. Oh my goodness, I drew that. And so they break it down into really simple steps that make it a lot easier to be able to do that. And then you take it home and you can recreate it. It's pretty cool. So I love that one. And then, like you said, Radiator Springs Racers, which is a very popular, one of the most popular rides. I would say the most, but it's, I mean, Web Slingers especially now, and Incredicoaster, and even Mission Breakout. I mean,
the single
it's right up there, though.
Line of Incredicoasters at one time went so far.
What? The single rider line of Incredicoaster?
It was so long.
Oh, was it long? Yeah. So that's a very popular ride too. Yeah. But Radiator Springs Racers is usually pretty popular. You really want to plan to hit it early in the day, and if you don't, then if they have Fast Pass, you really want to use that. But you do have a single rider line option. Yeah. Yep. So those are our favorites. Okay. Last topic. Do you have a favorite memory or experience? And if you say you don't, I say you do.
I think the best thing I have right now is Incredicoaster. Oh wait, no. That
is not your best thing.
No. I know it is.
Because when we were talking about it afterwards, I'm like, this is your favorite thing that's ever happened today. And you said, I think this is like a favorite thing in my whole life.
I know what it is. Give me a break. I have a faulty memory.
What is it?
When I met Loki.
Yes.
We need to print that photo.
Print your photo with him.
And then get it framed because that was like the proudest moment of my life.
Your proudest moment?
One of them. It's up there.
Meeting Loki and him approving of your outfit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I good thing that hoodie came in time, or else that would have been I just wouldn't have happened.
That's true. She had the hoodie, but it was smaller. And so I ordered it as in a larger size, and it wasn't supposed to get here in time for our trip. And so I was like, oh, I'll give it to her for her birthday, which incidentally, this is, like I said, August 1st. Her birthday was earlier this week. And nope, it came in time for the trip, and I couldn't not give it to her then. So I had to spoiled child, got all her Loki gifts that came early. And so, but yeah, so she got to wear that, and Loki sure liked it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I have a hard time thinking of what my favorite experience or memory is at this park. I have easy ones for the Disneyland Park. Right now, I feel like this is kind of lame, even though I love it. I just really loved when Paint the Night parade was there. Oh, that's what we forgot. We skipped over shows. We'll have to go back and do that after we do the memories. I forgot to ask our favorite shows.
World of Color.
I did. I'm not done. I'm still trying to.
Well, I said mine. Okay, keep going.
Okay, so anyways, yeah. Can you think of any memory that, I mean, you can barely think of your own memories. Can you think of my memories?
No.
Which one I should have been my favorite? Gosh, I can't.
Being with me.
Of course.
And spoiling me and.
Spoiling you as in like buying you things and giving you all the treats and. You're so spoiled.
That orb.
Oh, that orb is so good. If we were doing favorite treat, it would be that cosmic
sometimes,
orb.
Like, that can be just a memory, too.
It could be eating that treat in Adventures Campus. Yeah. Yeah, I think that I right now my favorite memory is no. Okay, I'm sorry. I do have a favorite memory, and it is with my sister, actually, Debbie. When I went back to Disney.
Betrayed.
Wait. Was your favorite memory something about me? No, it was Loki. So at least mine is a family member. But at least mine is a family member. So my sister was going there on business. She had a work trip, and she invited me to come with her, and I was able to join her and her work group for a VIP viewing of World of Color. And that was pretty cool because we had really great seats, and I think they gave us the glow with the show ears. I'm pretty sure I already had a pair, but they gave us pairs there too. And anyways, I think that was because that was just a fantastic viewing area and just a really fun night, getting super spoiled. And I was like, man, now how will we ever watch this show as normal people? Because it was really, really nice. Okay, shows. Favorite show? What'd you say?
World of Color.
World of Color. Yeah, I mean, that's the big night show. They also have some good parades and everything, but I think my favorite is World of Color. However, and this is no longer happening, so we can't count it, but a runner-up would have been the Aladdin show at the Hyperion Theater. Had that still been going, that is my favorite Disney show on any Disney property for so long, and at least for daytime shows.
Did I see it?
Yeah.
I don't remember it.
But it's no more. They replaced that with Frozen at the Hyperion Theater. And I wonder when shows come back if the Frozen is coming back or if they're going to do a different one. I don't know. I haven't heard yet because not every show has made it back or is going to make it back. But anyway, so Disney's California Adventure, DCA. It's a lot of fun. It's that second half of Disneyland Resort, those two parks, and we love it, right?
Yep.
I think this was fun. I think that we will eventually do the Walt Disney World parks.
Yeah.
Should we do that? Mm-hmm. I think we'll have to do a few things before that. So maybe
like go to Disney World.
If we have to wait that long, I don't know when that's going to be.
Well, I mean, you can be whenever you.
I mean, you went a couple years ago. Well, before.
I can't even remember this past trip.
Your last trip to Disney World was with Himovitz's.
Well, I was saying, I can't remember my last trip to Disneyland that well. How am I supposed to remember that?
That was just a month ago.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness gracious. Well, I give up. There's no hope. If we went again, we just forget anyways. So, all right, we'll do it. We'll do the Disney World parks probably in a month or so. I don't know. We'll do it soon, but we'll do some other things in between. But anyways, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening and have a good week.
See you.